Effective brooding management is the key to the success of higher flock performance. During the first 5 days, thermoregulation is not developed in the chicks. It becomes fully functional by the 14th day. Hence, these birds need supplementary heat during all seasons. The first 10 to 14 days of a chick's life are very crucial because chicks can gain more than 4 times their body weight during this phase. This exponential growth rate is achievable when chicks are provided with a comfortable environment. To keep birds more comfortable, one has to maintain a balance of temperature and ventilation and observe the birds constantly. Gas brooders, coal brooders or electric brooders help provide this supplementary heat. Electric brooders are economical and easy to install. However, they may not be effective at low voltages or electricity shutdowns. In such cases, coal brooders need to be ready. Coal brooders are most economical and easy to install. Since smoke is a concern, it can be diverted and removed from the brooding area by using a chimney or a pipe. However, to provide light, electric bulbs or tubes are needed. Gas brooders can control the required temperature and spread it uniformly, but they consume more oxygen. Also, it may not be possible due to government regulations. You can choose one type or a combination depending on what best suits your budget and climate zone. For higher flock performance, Godrej Agrovet would like to share effective brooding management. Maintaining temperature is very crucial in brooding management. Fine-tuning the brooding temperature according to the chick's behavior is the easiest way to keep chicks stress-free. The desirable temperature is between 30 and 32 degrees Celsius and is acceptable till 35 degrees Celsius depending upon climatic conditions. At optimum temperature, chicks spread out evenly and the noise level signifies contentment. In other words, the chicks are stress-free. Also, the placement of feeders and drinkers in thermocomfort zone, that is, in close proximity to the brooder, increases feed and water intake and enhances performance and growth rate. Ventilation is also very important in brooding as it helps maintain proper temperature and moisture, adequate supply of oxygen and removal of ammonia and carbon dioxide. When the brooding temperature is too low, the chicks crowd near the brooder for heat and start piling. This leads to low feed and water intake, leg weakness, poor immunity, unabsorbed yolk and uneven growth. This restricts performance and makes them susceptible to ascites. Piling could also end up in smothering, which could even cause premature death. The desired brooding temperature can be achieved by adjusting the height and the number of brooders. Subsequently, the chick's behavior pattern is an indicator of temperature correction. When the temperature is too high, the chicks spread away from the brooder. They start panting. Water loss from the body leads to dehydration and pasty vent. Low feed and water intake lead to weakness, uneven feather growth and even high mortality. The temperature should be lowered by adjusting the height and the number of brooders and ventilation. Observing the chick's behavior pattern is extremely essential. The even spread of chicks, the intake of feed and water are indicators for subsequent temperature corrections. If the chicks are gathered at one corner instead of normal even spread, or if they are gathered at the periphery or the center, then it will be indicative of improper distance between brooders, improper ventilation, external noises or water leakage. In such cases also, the causative factor should be corrected and the chick's behavior should be observed. Brooding management begins even before a new batch of chicks arrives at your farm. While in transit from the hatchery to your farm, the chicks are stressed, so preheating of the farm prior to the chicks' placement is very critical, especially in winter, since the chicks will be constantly in contact with the floor. Warming up the environment and bedding material reduces cold stress to the birds. During the first 3 weeks, 1 square foot of brooder space for every 4 chicks should be given under the hover. On arrival, feed and water should be provided to the chicks because only after 24 hours of ingesting the first feed, the intestinal growth begins. Godrej Agrovet offers a wide range of products like Superstar, Excel, Elite, Crumb Grow, High Gain for broilers and 8W, Crumb Chick for layers. Once the GI tract starts developing, the birds will be able to utilize dietary carbohydrates and amino acids, which augment the growth rate. Plate feeding or tire feeding is recommended for the first 7 days. Crop fill test can be done on 100 chicks caught at different areas 3 hours after placement. Proper care and vaccination helps prevent diseases like omphalitis, pullorum, salmonellosis and colibacillosis. Such simple and effective practices can reduce stress in the birds and enhance their growth rate, which has a direct and positive impact on your profits.